I release
and
I let go.
let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. Where you are, I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. And my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. I am free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Okay, I'm ready for a nap now, and I'll just... That's a lot of energy. Thanks, everybody. Great energy. Good morning. This is the Center for Spiritual Living, Pleasant Valley, and our vision is awakening humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And the way we do that is teaching and demonstrating spiritual principles for living an abundant and fulfilling life in an open and compassionate community. And usually, in the olden days, we used to light candles for the candles of faith, and we're not doing that, but we are honoring those faiths, those beliefs, those disciplines that step forward in love. Judaism, Buddhism, Hinduism, Sufism, Christianity, a whole bunch of isms and anities. They're all, name them, yell them out. Well, all the religions that step forward in love. There's that one fine thread that runs through all religions, and that thread is love. We are love, we come from love, and we honor our oneness within us all. And now it's time for Betty Ann's quote, which I don't have in front of me. I'm sorry. Marcia, do you have Betty Ann's quote? And while she's doing that, thanks, honey. We have no projection today, in case you hadn't realized that. Here it is. Thank you, my darling. Appreciate it. Okay, so we'll do this. You can repeat after me, since you won't be able to read it on the screen. I know that as the light of God in my world, I determine the way to serve. My choice is to increase the voltage within me and serve life with all my heart. I can just hear Betty Ann saying that. Thanks, Marcia. Thank you so much. And now it's time for Buzz to come up with our opening affirmative prayer.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay, you do that.
Oh, I guess I'm supposed to be on the microphone since it's still going out on broadcast, even though it's not up here. So, good morning, everyone. Thanks for being here. I'd like to start us out with an opening affirmation with creating and enforcing our endorsement with the oneness of God. So, close your eyes, go within, and follow me as I say that I know that right here and right now, in this singular moment, in the eternal, infinite evolution of the time-space continuum, there is one source to everything that is, one source to all in the universe, one infinite source. We call that one source to life God. There is one God as the one source. I am here from that source, and through that being one with the source, I am one with the source. I am connected to God because God is the source of my existence. And knowing that I am connected through that source with God, I am connected to everything else in the universe that comes from that same source, which is everything. Every other person, every other thing on the planet and in this universe is connected with me. And as I realize and recognize that connection, I can move forward in my life more confident that I am here with everyone and everything. And I also know that in my gratitude to the oneness of God, I continue to go forth focused on love and kindness and caring and sharing, and as I can, when I can, giving of what I am and who I am to everyone and everything. And knowing that this is the case and knowing that this is in place, I know that my life will continue to, as Betty Ann says, unfold perfectly. And for this awareness, for this connection, I give thanks to God and release these words to the infinite oneness of God. And we can all close by saying together, and so it is. Thank you very much. And so it is. The next thing on our list of things to do is the announcements. And that's why I'm also here for you. So, since I don't have them on the screen, let me go through them here on my list. What's the buzz? Tell me what's a-happening. What's the buzz? Tell me what's a-happening. My name's Buzz. Here's what's a-happening this week. All right, so sorry we don't have the slides today. The projector bulb has suddenly decided to completely go away. But welcome all of you that are here for this last Sunday of June. Lynn and I will soon be giving our lesson real soon. Dancing the Life of God is the title for our lesson. I promise you will provide a very enlightening session. I hope you're excited to hear what we both have to say, and for now, it's me here with the announcements for today. Now, don't have the slides again, but Morning Mindfulness is still on hiatus while Reverend Pam is out of town. It will return again real soon, so please do plan to stick around. Tune in when she comes back at 9 a.m. on Facebook Live for her morning meditation that will allow you to thrive. At 7 p.m. Thursdays on Facebook Live, our midweek spiritual uplift will boost your divine drive. Pamela Bailey will be hosting this week's session. Joyous June, No Complaints is the title for her very uplifting lesson. And the next session of our social club event will be taking place right after service today. This fun social gathering will add a lot of joy to your day. Connecting with each other in a positive way is how we will be guided, and some potluck refreshments for all the attendees will also be provided. Another great event which will occur later this afternoon at 2. If your family has pets, this will be a good one for you. Dr. Liz Fernandez will discuss end-of-life decisions. It will help you stay positive when your pets make their transition. It's right here in Camarillo, just a few miles away, less than 4. And I was going to say Pamela Bailey had the information if you want more, but I don't see her here today. So if you want the address for where this is, I think I have it on my phone. I can give it to you later. And also at 4:30 p.m. later this afternoon, Lisa Coffey will be here both live and on Zoom. Swami Sarvavenyananda is Lisa's special guest for this week. His Bhakti Love topic will give you the loving blessing that you seek. Remember that the wisdom of Vedanta always enlightens our lives, and it always ensures that our divine purpose thrives, and that's taking place right here at 4:30 this afternoon live. So please come if you can. And also notice we are continuing with our 2-for-1 sale going on in the bookstore. It remains incredibly well stocked with fantastic things galore. There are lots of books and jewelry in stock that will give your life much glee. And once again, if you buy something you want today, you get something else for free. And please keep in mind that our center is here for you. Please let us know what we can do. The spiritual treatment that we provide will reveal your perfection and allow you to thrive. You can always leave a request by phone, or you can send us an email from wherever you roam. And we're excited that we are now able to gather together here live. Our center is still dedicated to help us all thrive. Your loving donations keep our center going so we can be here to keep your wellness flowing. Later, we will list all the online ways to give. Well, we won't list them, but we have them on the sheet in the back, so you can donate here today or from wherever you live. And 2 other places where you can lend a hand. Please do give them whatever you can. Ventura County Rescue Mission provides the homeless with much good, and the Ventura County Food Share feeds the needy in our hood. And a reminder that our center is part of Ralph's Community Contribution Program. A portion of whatever you spend at the store gives the center a small donation or more. So please do sign up or simply renew. Ralph's will contribute to us at no cost to you. The center's code number is JE859. You can sign up at the store or you can do it online. And another way to help our center for a while is to shop online using Amazon Smile. When you complete your purchases there for the items that you got, it donates to our center right on the spot. And that's it. Finally, today is the last Sunday of the month of June. The warmth and fun of July will be with us real soon. So that's it for the announcements for today. Next up will be Reverend Kelly, our practitioner of the day. I know he will help us all be okay, so I'm very excited to hear what he has to say. Here he is.
Oh, good morning. How is everybody? So I was really glad to hear Buzz introduce me. It says up here on our menu of service here that I am the practitioner of the day. It actually abbreviates that to POD, and I thought it said PO'd the first time, so I thought I had to be up here and be a little angry this morning. I'm not, however, PO'd, but I am your practitioner of the day. So the month of June and what has been discussed here at the center this month is the concept of the body. And so that is, we're finishing that subject up today. And so I was tasked with coming up with some quotes to share a little bit about the body. And the first thing that came to me about that were lyrics from an old country song that was based on a Groucho Marx line that said, if I said you have a beautiful body, would you hold it against me? And since I thought that was not appropriate to share in service today, I'm not going to share that. That's not one of my quotes for today. But it seems sometimes like in our teaching, in the science of mind, the body gets a little bit of a bad rap. That this physical experience is somehow less than the spiritual experience in a way. And I have to think that it's all one thing to begin with. And all of our work that we do in the science of mind and on ourselves, while it is spiritual work, is it not so that we have a grander physical experience? And so Ernest Holmes said this in The Science of Mind. He said that if the spirit or divine intelligence has seen fit to give us a physical body, it would be absurd to think of the body as an illusion unworthy of our attention. Rather, we should think of the body as a spiritual instrument. A.B. Simpson had this to say about the body, talking about the wisdom and the sanctity of the body. He said this, he said, the human body has been called the microcosm of the universe, a little world of wonders and a monument of divine wisdom and power, sufficient to convince the most incredulous mind of the existence of a great designer. One of my favorite authors, you may have heard of him, you may have read some of his work, Dr. David Hawkins. His most well-known book, I think, is Power versus Force. but has a huge body of work. Dr. Hawkins had decades of experimentation with kinesiology, what is called muscle testing. If you've ever seen any of those experiments where he would test the strength or weakness of a muscle, and he did this across cultures, across generations, different ages, ethnic groups. And a fascinating thing is that when there is power in the body, the muscle tests strong, and when it tests weak, when something interrupts that power. And so he would give sealed envelopes to people and have them hold them and then test muscles. And when those envelopes had a photo, for instance, of Adolf Hitler, the muscle would test weak. And when they had a photo of someone like Abraham Lincoln, they would test strong. And this happened universally across the world through ages and continents and cultures and ethnic groups, which seems to indicate this fabulous wisdom in our bodies, that they just know things, that there is an intelligence certainly connected to the mind, but that we don't fully comprehend. Dr. Hawkins said this. He said that the body can discern to the finest degree the difference between that which is supportive of life and that which is not. And so, in my view, then, this instrument, this spiritual instrument, is as sacred as any. It has a wisdom that is beyond our total comprehension, and it is a glorious thing. So on the heels of that, I would like to take us also into a morning prayer. And so if you're comfortable doing this with me, feel free where you are, close your eyes if that is okay to do, as long as you're not driving or something like that. But just take in a deep breath. Share with me a deep breath inward. And release it. And turn the attention inward to that place within, that place in the body, that regardless of any outside turbulence, any exterior noise, is perfect, is still, is certain. That place within that is divine, that is beyond any sense of lack or upset or discord, that place of knowledge within. For it is from this place that I know there is one power behind all of life. That power is good. That power is God. It is real and noticeable and palpable in this very moment. And so I rejoice. I celebrate my life. I celebrate my body and that knowledge and that intuition, where I know I am one with this very power, that it is that which creates everything, myself included. And so I know I am of this power. I am of this divine mind. And so as I step forward into this day, into this service, into life, I step forward in the knowledge that I am divinely guided, divinely guarded, divinely inspired and led to make not only my life and the body of my affairs better, but to enhance life for everyone whose path I cross. And so for this and so much more, I am incredibly grateful. I simply release my word knowing it is so right here, right now. And please affirm with me. And so it is. All right. So I am introducing now. probably everybody here knows him, but Alberto is going to take us into another song. Thank you so much. Please give it up for him.
So, good morning, everybody. And since the title is Dance the Life of God, I'm going to play a dance song. Of course, it's Irish, and that gives me an opportunity to make it appropriate to play Irish music today for some jigs and reels. So here we go with the first, and it's called Charles O'Connor.
look around the world, every boy and every girl has something very special to say. From Africa to India, France to California, we can dance in so many ways. 'Cause we got cool moves, cool moves, cool moves. Everybody get up and dance. Cool moves, cool moves, cool moves. Everybody sensation is a whirling, twirling jubilation, and it's nationwide. It's a world of song and dance. Take a friend and take a chance. Everybody's welcome inside. We all got cool moves, cool moves, cool moves. Everybody get up and dance. Cool moves, cool moves, cool moves. Everybody get up and dance.
Woo! All right. Oh, Buzz needs a microphone. Can he okay. So, once again, I'm ready for a nap. That's more than I'm used to doing in a week. But anyway, thank you everyone for getting up and dancing. Now repeat after me. I'm dancing the life of God.
I'm dancing the life of God.
I am the life of God.
I am the life of God.
Good. Okay. You can all go home now.
Hey, that's our lesson. Thanks for being here.
That's a lesson. Well, life, as a metaphor, life is a dance, isn't it? Life is a dance. And, you can experience life by having a more rigorous and more deeply expressive experience with the divine, with your friends, and with your relatives, with your family, and you're dancing the life of God. You're dancing the life of the divine. And Kelly, that was so perfect. That was absolutely perfect. We are divine creatures. Yes, and we are spiritual people. We are humans having a spiritual experience and blah, 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 and all of that. But I used to hear this, I'm not my body. I used to hear that a lot. And I've been a dancer for decades. Decades. And you would be far, far pressed to tell me that I am not fully expressing God when I'm dancing, when I'm experiencing the environment, when I'm experiencing music, when I'm experiencing what is, as a dancer, body memory. I know I was working out with my son, and last year, so I was 76, working out with my son, and he said, "Mom, you have great body memory." And I said, I really do, don't I? I had the placement. I had the awareness. My body was doing things in the right way because it was taught to do that from the age of 4 on. And so I am not my body. I have a body. I have an intelligent body, a body that responds to what I tell it. Mind is creative, and let's face it, our body is, in the whole world, the most intimate and the most powerful thing that we individually have. Period. How many years of your life have you been using your body? Show of hands.
A lot.
Yeah. We've all been using our body. My body helped me get here today. It was slower than usual, but it helped me get here today. Our bodies help us do what we need to do. And they're intelligent. All bodies are good bodies. Let's say that. All bodies
are good bodies.
And the body offers a direct and clear path to the divine experience. To the divine experience, if we allow it. And by loving our body and using it to connect with our minds and our hearts, we wake up every morning to the dance of life. We listen to each other. That's the perfect dance. Mind is creative, isn't it? Mind is creative. It transmits. Our bodies are responsive, aren't they? And they reply and they respond. But get this, and this is what Kelly was talking about. Get this and get this. in your body. Feel these words in your body. Your body has intelligence. Your body knows what to do. We've already heard Dr. Sue say it's our pharmacy, but our bodies are brilliant. Our heart is deeply, deeply thinking and deeply responding to our minds. When's the last time you said, you know, I have a gut feeling about that? When's the last time you said, what do they say in Star Wars? I got a bad feeling about this. When have you said, I have a gut feeling that something's going on here? That's intelligence. Know that right now. If you know nothing else and walk away with nothing else today, know that your body is intelligent. It's responding. And it also teaches our mind a few things too. Anybody here ever have depression? Of course you're not going to raise your hands. You're religious scientists. You're not going to raise your hands. Okay, I have that experience. And when my body responds to my depression, what happens? Energy goes right. And when I do something with my body, and he's going to yell at me when I say this because it's hypocritical. When I do something with my body, when I walk or I'm doing something or dancing, my mind goes, oh, you're being productive right now. Oh, you love yourself right now. Oh, this is self-care. Oh, I get it. And where's the energy level and the mental? Yeah, absolutely. So the unprocessed, unhealed emotions hide in our bodies. They are creepy little things, and they hide in our bodies. And they show up as dis-ease and illness, brokenness, depression. They show up as these things. And so this creative mind that we have now is willing, because it knows the body is intelligent, now is willing to take a look at that and listen to the body. Pay attention to your body. It's smart. It knows what it's talking about. You know, and it heals. Last week, I think I was POD. I wasn't PO'd, but I was POD. And I mentioned when I was 4 that I was very ill. And mother took me to dance class, and mother took me to church, and I began to dance the words that I was given. There's not a spot where God is not. There's not a spot where God is not. And I danced it around. Well, what I didn't tell you is that I was healed from whatever illness I had. And what? And when I was 13, it was discovered that when I was 4, I had had polio. And so that intelligent body, when I was 4, heard that affirmation, there's not a spot where God is not. And it's receptive. Our mind is receptive, and it got that. The body and the mind did a little dance together, and I was healed of polio. So this is how smart our bodies are. This is how intelligent. Every cell in my body is intelligence. Let's say that. I'm celebrating my body. Celebrating my body. Okay, the next thing we have to talk about now is self-care, and how are we going to take care of that body, Buzzy?
Well, thank you very much, Lynn. Good start to our lesson. And that's what we're talking about today, how we are all connected spiritually, of course, with the oneness of God, but also with each of ourselves, cellular connection. Our minds, our bodies are all part of one. So if one's going on, the other is reacting, vice versa happens. So it is important, while we continue to have our spiritual connection with God and our confidence in that with our mental spirit, to also know that's connected to our body and take care of our bodies. So that's what we should focus on as part of our lives, is that we are here physically, but that also is connected with us mentally and spiritually. So as you take care of one, you're taking care of all of them. A couple of absolutes. I've mentioned this before. Water. You cannot drink too much water. There is no such thing. So as much water as you can consume in the course of every day, the better off you're going to be. The other absolute You cannot eat too little sugar. We all like sweet things. I like to have a dessert after every meal. But always look to minimize how much you have. Small cookie, small piece of cake. As little sugar as you can put into your system is going to help that physicality of your body. That's going to help that connection cellularly and spiritually with everything else in you. And the other thing that we should all look at doing in the course of all of our lives is moving our bodies in every way. Look at your body, know your body. You've got all kinds of joints and muscles and things that are connected with each other inside. And just like anything else in life, if you don't make use of it, it's going to wear out. It's going to expire. It's going to go away. You don't want that to happen in your body because, once again, it's moving you around in this world, on this planet, in this universe. So the more you can keep that motion going, that connection going, the better off you're going to be. So find a way, and it doesn't happen all the time, but on a regular basis, find a way to move every aspect of your body. I've mentioned this before. I jog on a regular basis 3 or 4 times a week because that gets my body moving and the top part as well. And I also do stretches, sit-ups, and lift weights because it is exercising every aspect of my body, keeping everything in motion. Because as you do that, it's going to help that cellular structure, that's going to help that body health, that's going to help your overall health, help that connection, again, with your mind and everything else. And the other thing that you can do on a regular basis, and Rev Pam does this with her meditations on Wednesday. I'm sure you've all tuned in on that one thing. But she does that breathing exercise where you breathe in and focus on the various aspects of your body, either going from the top part of your head down through your throat, shoulders, the center part of your body down through your legs to your feet, because as you look at those aspects, as you focus on them, that's going to help make that connection cellularly between your mind, your spirit, and the physical aspect of your body. You can also do it from the bottom up. Start with your feet, come up through your body, and just put that mental focus on that aspect of your body. Because as you do that, up through your legs, solar plexus, chest, heart, shoulders, out through your arms, up through your neck, and into your head. As you do that and focus on those various aspects of the physicality of your body, it's going to allow that connection to be more there. You're going to get messages of you need to maybe move this a little bit more. You've got something going on here that you should look at. Because if you pay no attention to these things as they come up, they're only going to get worse, and your body's going to eventually wear out in that aspect. So that's the thing. Stay focused, stay connected, know that connection is there, know it's all part of the connection that we have with the oneness of God. It's not just all up here, it's everything aspect, because we're all here in every cellular part of our cells, of our existence, is from that one source of God and is thereby connected with the oneness of God. So the more you focus on that connection, the more you focus on that aspect of who you are, and as Lynn mentioned, we're all individuals. Each one of us has a specifically individual body on this planet, in this universe. So focus on what your body is telling you, find that message and work with it, and allow that to get into your mind. Let your mind work with your body, and it'll all help make that connection. So that's it. The physicality of who we are is part of our spiritual connection with God. Keep that in mind. Keep that in your mind, and the better off you're going to be. And now I give this back to Lynn, because our bodies have been connected for quite a few years as well.
Well, all right. All right. I have some questions for you. I'm going to read them. Have you ever noticed an emotion that occurred along with a seemingly unrelated physical sensation? Yeah. Perhaps sadness, then you felt after scratching your shoulder, or relief of some anxiety that also took your back pain away. This happened to me this week. Friday night I was watching the daytime Emmys, of course, in the evening, and it was wonderful. And an old friend of mine came up on stage to acknowledge John Aniston, and I had known this girl for years. We did a Broadway show together, and I remembered something that happens every time, and I did it this morning. I hurt this ear putting my earring on, and it really hurt. I couldn't find the hole to put the earring in. And as soon as I did that, I thought of this girl, Suzanne. And I thought, that always happens. Every time I have an ear that hurts, I think of Suzanne. Now, what's the connection? And I remember that when I first moved out here from New York City in 72, at Macy's, or at the May Company, you could go to the May Company and get your ears pierced at the counter. Does anyone remember doing that? You could stand at the counter and they'd pierce your ears. And I was standing at the counter debating whether to have my ears pierced, and my friend Suzanne came up. The same girl that was now a woman on the TV the other night. And Suzanne says, "What are you doing?" And I said, "Well, I'm debating getting my ears pierced." And we had literally just come off of doing that show together. I mean, we knew each other pretty well. And she said, "Well, I'll stand with you while you have your ears pierced. If you want me, I'll hold your hand." And it hurt like hell. And she's standing there, "Don't worry, I'm with you." And she had that wonderful smile, that soap opera smile that she always has. And every time my ear hurts, I think of Suzanne, and it's because she was there when I had my ears pierced. So that is body memory. That is mental memory. That's history. And our bodies hold experiences and emotions and within areas of our body. That's why we have gut feelings, because our bodies hold that in. So when those are not processed, we continue to have problems in that area of the body until it becomes a serious problem. So I'm not going to have my ears pierced again, that's for sure. Here's another question. So just think about that. If you could think of something that you relate to, something physical happens and you go, "Oh, I remember that," or you remember something and, oh, you have a physical experience. That's that dance. That's that reciprocal dance of mind and body. And here's another question. What is your body carrying that your mind is unwilling to address, consider, or otherwise acknowledge? You might be surprised at what stories your body is trying to tell you. If you listen, can you listen to your body? And Buzz is talking about doing the body scan. I can give you, it's soundcloud.com, and her name is Christy Casisa, and she does a free 10-minute body scan. So go online and get that at soundcloud.com. And when you're doing your body scan and you touch your head and acknowledge, say, "Oh, there's something there. I feel something. I sense something there. That's there." And you touch your neck. That's okay. Touch your shoulders. "Oh, there's something there." Just acknowledge, just like you do in meditation. That's there, and let it go. And acknowledge what's happening. Your body is talking to you. As Kelly was saying, kinesiology is brilliant. When that arm goes down on kinesiology and the water spills, with kinesiology, then you know that there's weakness there and there's work to be done. So think about that. The third question is, what connection do you see between that way your body feels in this moment and the way that your mind feels in this moment? So right now, in this moment, do you feel that your mind and body are having this experience together? You're sharing this with, you're doing the dance, this reciprocal dance with mind and body right now. Pay attention to these things, and there can be healing. There can be relief from thoughts that you're holding in. There can be relief in areas of the body that you're holding in, something that you want to create health in those areas, vibrance and health in those areas. And so that's what I have to say. And when you add self-care to your spiritual practice, consider adding that body scan and just do that full, instead of body scan, you could do the full body mirror exercise. Just strip down and look at the mirror. No, don't do that. Don't do full body mirror scan. No. Yeah. Flaman said, yes, from the neck up. Okay.
Because the rest of it is censored.
Okay, I can say that I love each and every one of you. And so begins the lesson. Buzz, you want to bring this home?
Yes, because the other thing that we've talked a lot about at our center, because it's part of our energy connection with the oneness of God, with spirit, is the chakras. Now, we all know, well, I'm assuming that you know the 7 different chakras that are part of your connection. They're the energy spots of your body, but they're also part of that physical aspect. So if you take time on a regular basis to go through that chakra assignment that you have in your body, it's going to help that connection that we're talking about, of keeping connected with your oneness that is your body, with the oneness that is the one with God. The crown chakra, right there at the top. One of the things I do after my beach jog is I reach up and get a piece of infinity that's all up there, bring it into my crown chakra, then into my third eye chakra, because the crown chakra is there, your spiritual connection with the divine. The third eye chakra is your vision of the life and how you see the world, and it makes it that much better. Your throat chakra deals with communications. You make the communication perfection by bringing in infinity into the throat. Then your heart chakra, of course, is what's keeping us all healthy and breathing and alive. So that brings that infinite one perfection into your heart. Your solar plexus is right here. That's your lungs and the connection with your inner self. And then you go down. This is your sacral chakra down here. And then all the way down to your root chakra, which is your connection with Earth, because we are here physically on the planet. So you now more experience that connection. So if you just take some time in the course of the week, several times, to go through that chakra alignment and just have those thoughts of how you are thereby connected with life and with spirit, it's also going to show up those things that we've talked about. Something that may be there that is part of your mental process that's coming up through the physical system that is your body, and things about your body that you may not have known that will all of a sudden show up when you focus on them. So just take that time on a course of each week, not necessarily every day, but certainly several times a week, to do that alignment with your chakras, to do that connection with your body, to let yourself have that connection with who you are physically as well as mentally and spiritually, and you're all going to be better connected. Your whole system is going to be better connected, and the more connected and the more in communication all of your system is, the healthier you're going to be, the better you're going to be in life. So that's the lesson we want you to take away today. Know that we're all connected physically, mentally, and spiritually with ourselves, and as we respect and focus on that connection, we're all going to find a way to be here physically better, mentally better, and spiritually better. That's the lesson that we wanted to give you today, so hope that gives you that.
So it is.
And look, we have water.
We've got plenty of water. And now, of course, it's our pleasure to introduce one more time. Do we get it? Okay, hold on just a second.
Here's a sharing.
Many years ago, I read something.
On the mic, you can't.
Oh, no, you're not online.
Oh, I should not do
No, here's
this.
a microphone.
So, I'm sorry. Many years ago, I read in the newspaper article of real doctor, gastroenterologist. This was before Facebook and etc. He was not a doctor who tried to be popular with this. And he suggests that we as a society overusing the word describing our emotion with our stomach. Like, I'm sick in my, this makes me sick in my stomach, I cannot digest this. Because he starts seeing real connections between, with the people overusing this word, and they have a real problem with the stomach after that. And the whole article was to not overuse these words, because words have a, have meaning and can hurt you. Right. Yes.
There you go. Yeah. Our special
So
guest.
watch what you say.
Oh, here's another message.
I was meditating this morning, and you know what? I pulled a chakra.
Hey!
Little soft chakra. Okay, can we go now to our wonderful music here?
Yes. Probably going to play a C note. Here's Albert Perdido.
Do we get a reel or a jig this time?
All right, so thank you, Buzz and Lynn. And the next song, of course, it's a jig. It's an Irish jig. and it's called the cash jig. Cash not as in money, but K-E-S-H, cash jig.
time for our offertory now. And we don't have our affirmation up here, so you can repeat it after me. Divine love blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I receive, and all that I receive. And so it is, and that's the way it is. Okay, and we could have some music while we press. And come up. There are many ways to contribute to the dues of our center church. I'm sorry. Thank you so much. I know better than that. Thank you. There are so many ways that you can contribute to our center church. One way is PayPal or Zelle. And I think those are obviously on our website, so you go on our website and check that out. You can also go to www.csl-pleasantvalley.org. That's our website, and you'll be able to contribute to the center that way. Another wonderful way to contribute to the center is to come here in person on Sunday. Not if you live in Maine, really. But come to the center and enjoy the love and the exuberance that we experience in this sanctuary every Sunday. We want to see you here. It'd be great to see you here. And now I'd like to ask Reverend Kelly to come up and give us a closing treatment.
Thanks, Reverend Lynn. So as we close out this service today, just do that again. Just turn your attention inward yet again. And what comes to mind for me is simply gratitude. Gratitude for this day and this morning. Gratitude for this service. Gratitude for life and for my body, for all that has been given to me. So in that interior awareness, I simply give thanks. I give thanks for the joy that is life, for the joy that is this physical experience. And I give thanks for that one power behind all of it, that creative intelligence, the creative mind, the divine mind behind all of life. I give thanks to each person here today, to this center, to the work that this center does in the world, to the very idea of bringing humanity to its spiritual magnificence. And knowing that as I engage in that journey, I bring it also to a higher level, a greater degree of physical, of bodily magnificence. And so for that and so much more, I am profoundly grateful. I simply rest with this word. I feel it in my body. And as I take a deep breath in yet again, I realize it is a deeper breath than earlier this morning. For I have opened up a little space within me, more fully opened up that space within me that simply says yes to life and to love and to joy and to this physical experience. And so for that, I simply release my word, knowing it is perfect, whole, and complete right here, right now. And I do that by affirming. And so it is. So you guys come up, and we are going to close out with the peace song. If you guys want to join us, stand if you'd like to do that. But we're going to do that from here. Alberto, you want to be up here with us as well? I will. Okay. You may
I know it in my mind. I feel it in my body. I see it in my life. And so it is.
Okay. Thank you all for being here today live, and thank you all who are watching us on Facebook. And please feel free and be ready to be here next week, next Sunday, for our lesson again at 10:30. And we appreciate that. So have a wonderful day.
See you next